You would see people lined up, cots right next to each other. You would see people with all of their worldly possessions in, like a small garbage bag.
Here's the twist. Amidst this real estate surge, a sudden fire happens, destroying homes nearby, but leaving her vast terrains unscathed.
We figure out what the rebuild.
I'm not buying it. Owning 2,000 acres of someone else's land, someone else's sacred land.
Oprah now commands over 1,000 acres. But
we do move on for the moment to one of the island's most famous longtime residents. This is on the recovery side of things, Oprah Winfrey. She spent the past several days, along with many, many others, doing what she could.
We now shift our focus to one of the most well-known and long-standing residents of the island, Oprah Winfrey, in the context of recovery efforts. Over the past few days, Oprah, along with numerous others, has been actively involved in aiding those affected by the recent devastating events. Her presence and assistance have sparked a discussion not only about her efforts, but also about her extensive real estate holdings on the island. Oprah Winfrey's involvement in the wake of the Maui fires has generated mixed reactions. While her actions aimed at offering assistance to the affected individuals have been commendable, they have also led to a renewed examination of her connection to the local community. Oprah has owned a substantial amount of land on Maui for a considerable period, and her recent charitable acts have shone a spotlight on the broader topic of her land acquisitions and her relationship with the island's residents. However, her visit to the War Memorial Complex in Wailuku, which has been serving as an emergency shelter for fire survivors, was not without its challenges. Initially, she faced restrictions imposed by the shelter management, preventing media and camera crews from entering. Despite this, Oprah decided to proceed with her visit, interacting directly with survivors and gaining insight into their needs. Reports about her visit and interactions have ignited conversations, particularly on social media platforms. Some have questioned why a billionaire landowner like Oprah hasn't provided shelter for those displaced, given her significant land holdings on the island. Others have expressed concerns that her efforts might be perceived as token gestures, diverting attention from the underlying issues faced by the local population. In response to the criticism, the county of Maui clarified the circumstances of Oprah's shelter visit, acknowledging her willingness to comply with media limitations and emphasizing her positive impact on the affected community. However, the larger debate about her real estate portfolio and her ties to the community continues to simmer. Oprah's statement regarding her intention to make a substantial donation after the fire subside has sparked a further wave of discussion. While some appreciate her commitment to assisting in the recovery process, others view it as insufficient compared to the scale of her land ownership and resources. In this complex landscape, opinions vary widely. There are those who believe that Oprah's actions, including her visits to affected areas and her distribution of essential supplies, demonstrate genuine care and support for the community. Conversely, there are critics who contend that her philanthropic gestures are not proportionate to her land ownership and wealth. As the aftermath of the fires unfolds, questions remain about the involvement of other affluent landowners on the island, such as Jeff Bezos, Larry Ellison, Clint Eastwood, and Steven Tyler. Their silence in the face of this tragedy has not gone unnoticed, leaving some to ponder their role in contributing to the recovery efforts and supporting their fellow residents.